If you ever notice when you're out in the wild and you're not even really looking for anything, actually I was at an antique mall and I ran across this in a random case. It was the only comic book that this individual had, and it is Four Teeners number 34, good condition on a good day. Um, this is a rare book. It's not worth a whole lot, but it's a rare book. I have only found one on the CGC census, graded in a 7, which is really nice, and one other possible trace. It could be the same book that was graded, or it was a different book, but it was allegedly a very fine copy that sold on eBay a long time ago, and I couldn't find out much about it. Um, this book was formerly uh, Crime Must Crime Must Pay the Penalty, which started with issue 33. It was formerly Four Favorites. So in issue 33, it's a crime-based comic book. At 34, it goes to this Four Teeners, and then it goes back to Crime Must Pay the Penalty, but it starts at number 2. Meanwhile, another um, book is born out of this one. Dottie goes on to be number 35 and then runs for quite some time. So, just an odd book. Um, Probably my favorite book of the week, even though it's the first one I'm showing, and it's definitely not the one worth most of the money. It was a fun book to find and research. New Warriors, Ashcan edition. I'm slowly trying to put together the New Warriors in newsstand editions in near mint condition, and it is going slow. And it's not really on the front burner, but I'm always looking, and they're harder to come across than you would think. This week I was on eBay a lot. It's just been cold out and miserable, so I've been looking at a bunch of comic books. On eBay right now, this book in a CGC 9.8, or maybe it's CBCS, I think it's CGC. Guy wants $55 for it delivered, and there's nothing really special about this book. It's just a cool cover, and there's no first appearances or anything else, but I really like this book, so I went out and I found it at my local shop for $4, and I think it's all of a 9.8 book, so even if I was to send it in to get graded, I'd still be ahead of the game as far as what the other guy wanted. Uncanny X-Men, number 130. This is the first appearance of Dazzler. It's also a direct edition, so there were less of these made. How many survived in better condition, I don't know, but print run wise, it was a rarer book. Um, Paid book for this at a comic book shop I don't normally go to, but I was in town and I didn't really have a lot of time to look around for something good. So he had some nice, wall comics, and this one caught my eye, so I just took a stab at it. At that same comic shop, came across this X-Men 158. This book's in fine plus condition. First appearance of Rogue in an X-Men book. Also is counted as her second appearance. So now I have the first and second appearance, and also this bad boy, which came out the same month as X-Men 158 and is considered an early appearance of Rogue. So it's nice to have, all three of those. Rogue is definitely one of my favorite X-Men, so I was pleased to find this. Oh, next book. This book I actually found in my collection of long boxes upstairs from when I was buying a bunch of quarter comics back in like 2001. It's in fine plus condition. It's not in the greatest condition. There's too much going on over here to be, a great issue as far as, an investment. First appearance of Amanda Waller, as many of you probably already know, but hey, it was cool to have, and for 25 cents, I'm gonna keep it. Another book I found on eBay, and it was graded, and the guy wants like $100 for it, 9.8. And I bought this book at the comic shop for $4 and thought it was in near mint condition, but if it's more like a very fine near mint condition book. A little dirty up here. Looks like the wheels or something had some leftover ink on it when it was rolling over the white, and just some light spine ticking over here, enough to keep it out of that near mint condition class, if you ask me. Also unexpected, found this at a different antique mall I was at, and I paid $5 for it, and it's about a $5 comic. Patsy Walker 101, good condition, and I don't know, I just bought it. I was surprised to see it there, and it caught my eye, and it's only $5, so why not? And for my Thor run, number 133, Ego the Living Planet. This is his first full appearance. 132 is credited with his first appearance, but I think it's just a cameo, so I don't really know how that works, but that's how they have it in the Overstreet, so that's what I'm going by. But nice addition to my Thor, so I'm happy to have it. This one, I was at a comic shop in Columbus, Ohio, and I just was there so long, I felt like I was, had milled around long enough where I should at least buy something. So this is one of their wall comics. They didn't have much for back issues. Everything was just bagged, and mainly newer stuff, and it was just all bent up with a bunch of ticks on it from people, and ticks down the spine from people taking them out, putting them back, taking them out, putting them back. So I don't really like shops like that where they don't really respect their back issues, because that's what I'm there for. So this book ran me $10. It books for about $10. Fine plus condition. There's some rolling on the spine that you can't see because it just shows on the back, but it's overall, and it's aesthetically pleasing. Rats attacking Batman, July of 1976. So this is the bicentennial issue. I've had worse things happen to me for $10. Last but not least, this was an eBay late night splurge purchase that I overpaid for, and I really don't care, because this is one of the first comic books that I ever picked up when I was about 13 years old. Get this in for you. It is a CBCS 98 of X-Men 268. This is a team up of Wolverine, Captain America, and Black Widow. Also, newsstand edition, and that's how I got them all back then when I was a young man, because I didn't have any comic book shops around, and it was that or nothing. So that's this takes me way back, because like I said, this is one of my first maybe 5 comic books I ever bought. A nice Jim Lee cover, beautiful book. Also, for those who played the game, you got a nice advanced Dungeons and Dragons Ravenloft ad on the back. I paid over $60 for this book, which is a little high, but and it happens. I'm happy to have it. Just to have it, graded and in plastic. It's nice. But anyway, thanks for listening to my rant, for lack of better words. Maybe not a rant, but definitely some mumbling and stumbling. Have a good night. See you.